Morning students. Today again the lesson number 3 part 3 I am going to start. Yesterday we completed our that portion. Ahead we are starting our lesson number 3. Today we are going to start our next yesterday we completed metals, non-metals and metalloids, and I showed you this diagram. Problem 3.4. We are starting our next topic, periodic trends and properties of elements. Okay. So periodic trends or properties of elements, in short I can describe. There are nearly observable pattern in the physical and chemical properties of elements in periodic table. First we have to understand this in this way. First, trends in physical properties. So there are numerous physical properties of elements such as melting and boiling points, heat of fusion and vaporization, energy of atomization, which shows periodic variations. Now these were the physical properties. Now we will discuss periodic trends in atomic and ionic radius. Radius means the distance from nucleus of the center and to the electron. Ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, and electronegativity. Now our first we are going to start with our atomic radius. So what is the atomic radius? From A, atomic radius. Okay. Now the atomic size of atom can be knowing the distance between atoms in the combined state. Okay. Next, size of an atom of a non-metallic. Yesterday I taught you first second group are metals and afterwards non-metals. Size of atom of non-metals elements is to be measured the distance between two atoms when they are bound together. So bound together by single bond in a covalent molecule, and from this value. So what is the covalent bond? You are knowing, no? In 10th we did. The covalent radius of an element can be calculated. See, I am showing you one atom. Okay. See, this is an atom. Here is the center nucleus and the electron is moving to this orbit. So distance from this to this is called the radius of an atom. This is radius, this is diameter, half of this. Otherwise you can take two adjacent their walls are going to touch like that, touching. See, 1 and 1. So the distance from this nucleus to this nucleus, this is radius and this is radius. Combinedly they are taking diameter. So I am explaining with you the Cl. We are not writing only Cl, O, N and all. We are writing Cl2, O2 and N2 like that. So Cl and Cl, they are covalent bond. Cl2 molecule, their distance is 198 pm from here to here. Okay. And half of this is called the radius of one atom. That is 99 paramagnetic. Is taken as atomic radius of chlorine. Okay. Now for non-metals I will explain you half the intermolecular distance separating the metal cores in the metallic crystal then the distance between two adjacent copper atoms in solid copper is 256 paramagnetic. Half of this is 180 pm. So measured by this radius can be measured by X-ray or other spectroscopic method. Now these I explained what is called the atomic radius, one atom's distance from nucleus to the outermost orbit. The atomic size generally. Now I want to show you in periods and in groups what is the atomic radius. Okay. So in periods I want to discuss decrease across periods. 3.4a, I will show you a diagram. Why it is going to decrease? First you understand that because within the period, the outer electron are in the same valence shell and the effect nuclear charges increases as the atomic number increases. So increased attraction to the nucleus. See, I am explaining. See, this is second. First is hydrogen, helium. Leave it that from 2s in the same valence shell you are having 2p. So in 2s 2 electrons and 2p in the same valence shell. So here as you are having the same orbital, but the number of electrons are going to increase in the outermost orbit. Here is 1, here is 2 of 2p I am explaining, then 3, then 4, 5, 6. So numbers are increasing in the same valence shell, so the load is going to increase in the same valence shell. So the attraction, see here it is less attraction, but as we are filling the load, we are adding the electrons in the same valence shell, they are shrinking to the nucleus size, so the size is going to decrease. Okay, now period size decreases. So in periods, while going from this in the same period, if I am explaining 2n, then if you are going to 3n, yani 3s and 3p, then the size is going to decrease, because here it is big, here it is biggest, but the load is going to increase. 1, 2, 3, 4 more electrons are added, so the size is going to decrease. So atomic radius is also decreases. Okay, now we are explaining about the group. So in the group, atomic radius increases 3.4b. I will explain afterwards. The principal quantum number n, increases, and the valence electrons are farther from nucleus. See here, if I am explaining 1s periods, see in groups, okay, 1s I am explaining, 1s, then 2s, 1s1, 2s1, 3s1. So the first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, so the electrons are going, see, farther from nucleus, so the size is increases. Okay, see, 1 shell, 2 shell, 3 shell, 4 shell, 5 shell, the size is increasing. The distance between this nucleus and outermost orbit is more, so the atomic radius is going to increase. So in periods, the trend is, see, this is the table, 3.6a atomic radius, and this one is 3.6p atomic radius, and here I will show you graph. 3.4a variation of atomic radius with atomic number across the second period. See here, lithium, beryllium, boron, chlorine, as the number of electrons are going to increase, the atomic radius is going to decrease. Okay, now in groups, atomic variation of atomic radius, atomic number for alkali metals and halogens. You can see the two tables. So fluorine, chlorine, seventh group. So the distance is going to increase, so the atomic size radius is going to increase. Here lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, lithium, sodium 11. So the valence shells are going to increase. This is 1, this is 2 valence shell, 3, 4, 5. So valence shells are increasing and the atomic radius is going to increase. So in periods decreasing and in groups increasing. Tomorrow I will show you the ionic radius. Okay students.